So yun, magre-reaction video tayo ng video ni Darkest Secret. Ayan, top 10 video niya. So mag-umpisa na tayo. Tara.
That invades a church, a ghost that seems to want to take a man, and even a demon that terrorizes an entire family. These are just some of the videos that you will see in this collection. Videos that I assure you will make your jaw drop. My name is Leonor Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret.
Paborito ni ano to eh, ni Darkest 21, tapos ni Boss Rino. Tingnan natin kung magaganda ba video na ito.
Great. Today we present 10 horror videos that will make you raise an eyebrow. Number 10.
Number 10 na.
We begin our collection with a surprising clip that Mariana Ramos published on her TikTok account. She relates that it was in the middle of a Eucharist
TikTok account daw.
when, among all the attendees, someone caught her father's attention as he was recording. Someone in the audience who looked noticeably different from the rest, and not because of his attire, but because of his appearance. Watch the video and tell me if you would notice him too.
Uy, ayun o. Ayun o. Grabe o. Merong ano, parang bungo yun sa gitna nila o. Ito kaya yan?
Oo nga, ano.
May bungo dun o. Ayun o.
Ayan o. May mata. Ayun o.
Walang mata.
May ma. May dilat yung mata. Kapit may camera. Ayun ako nga dalawa. Ayun na. May mata.
Totoo kaya yan? Parang hindi siguro. Parang nakamaskara lang.
Oo.
The first impression is that this person is wearing a mask. However,
Pero hindi siya nakikita ng mga katabi niya. Oo, ayun. Hindi siya nakikita.
in the comments, they say that it is impossible for him to wear something without attracting the attention of anyone around him. Something that was later confirmed by the attendees, who were surprised to see the replay, ensuring that at no time did they notice the presence of this being. But perhaps the most surprising fact was published by Mariana herself, and she claims that that face is identical to that of a chaplain who served there, but who unfortunately died a few
Creepy. Makatakot.
years ago. Could it be the spirit of that chaplain that we see in the image, or just a person with marked features? As always, you are the judge.
Parang ano, parang tingin ko hindi siya nakikita ng mga katabi niya. Oo, ayan. Hindi siya nakikita ng mga katabi niya, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Pero, ang ano ko dito, baka nakamaskara lang eh.
Number 9.
Number 9.
At this point, do you still deny the mystery of UFOs? Do you still think that these are errors or setups? I ask you because at the present time, it is more than anything an open secret. For ufologists, extraterrestrial beings exist and could have arrived here. The images that you will see now are one more example of that ancient unknown phenomena that occurs in our skies.
Lumalakad yung ano, yung, hindi wala mo, bituin ba yun o ano eh, lumalakad eh. Ano? Ano? Sabay sila gumagalo oh. Spaceship, ayun oh.
Ayan na.
Spaceship yan, oh. Spaceship. Spaceship yung ano. Hindi malaman, baka spaceship, baka ano. Pero, kung bituin nyo, grabe naman sabay-sabay yun. Pwede rin aeroplano.
These videos were uploaded by the YouTube channel Mountain Beast Mysteries, and the video is called The Beings from Beyond, 2023 UFO documentary, a documentary that shows the case of this boy, while trying to record the stars, began to capture all these strange objects. What are those? Some see them as similar to fish due to the synchronized way in which they move. However, it is unlikely that these are
Parang nag-ipon-ipon sila, oh.
organic entities.
Kaya nga, hindi.
Parang nag-ipon-ipon pa sila muna. Nagkita-kita. Oh.
Especially taking into account that statements given by the ufologists themselves who affirm that these things did not reflect the light of other objects, but on the contrary, emitted their own light. Are you still quite skeptical that races, millions of years more advanced than us, are here and studying us? Just think about the 𝙗𝙗𝐿
Totoo kaya yung alien? Parang ako, hindi ko masabi.
equation. Although this mathematical formula is not 100% accepted, when you adjust it, the most pessimistic number shows at least
Pag ganyan makikita mo sa daan, no? Grabe, tatakbo ka dyan. Alien na yan.
75,000 races, as advanced as us in the observable universe. Considering that we know that there are at least 2 trillion galaxies like the Milky Way out there, each with millions of solar systems and several hundred thousands with planets identical to Earth, the chances of another 75,000 civilizations existing is quite pessimistic. So yes, the probability that a couple dozen...
Dumami sila, oh, dumami, oh. Ano? Grabe. Naparami yata. Grabe.
Places could visit us is absurdly high, and the evidence? You can see it at night, simply by looking into space. Number 8.
Yan, number 8 na. Baka jet naman siguro yan. Ayan. Magkakasabay lang lumipad. Baka may gera. Kaya ganun.
Yan, ito.
Number 8. Ito na.
Ito kaya yung ano.
Wala yung dati, ah.
Wolfrano Aldair is a subscriber who claims to have taken from the depth of his hard drive a strange sequence that he captured a few years ago.
Creepy.
When he and his cousin decided to go out to tour the Pantheon located on the outskirts of their city. What you are seeing on the screen is the recording they made in a cemetery. They went home thinking they hadn't caught anything until they watched it in slow motion.
Cemetery sa ibang bansa. Ayan. Ang likod ng camera.
Ang gara naman ng camera. Sakit sa ulo. No?
Ang likod ng buha.
Iris ang haba ng sementeryo din na. No? Oh, ayos. Sobra haba.
Ano yun? Ano kaya yun?
Wolfrano says that what is seen at the top of the image corresponds to a dog.
May tumakbo. Likod kasi ng camera.
Alfredo says that what is seen at the top of the image corresponds to a dog. However, he does not know where it comes from, since on the side in question there is a metal fence that was not broken,
Para
making it
nakabayo.
impossible for any animal to pass through it. Now,
Nakabayo eh.
does this seem like a dog to you?
Oh. Likot ng camera, hindi nakuna
Alfredo
ng buo.
also tells us that for a long time,
Hindi nakuna ng buo, likot kasi. Hindi nakuna ng buo.
this place has been occupied by decriminalized people who abandon their pets when they are sick. Could it be that they captured the spirit of one of these poor animals? Without a doubt, the footage leaves a lot to think
Kaluluwa ng aso
about.
yan. Malikot eh.
Number 7.
Yan, number 7 na. Kaluluwa siguro na aso yun.
Ba't nga pa naman?
The following footage was taken from what appears to be a military camp, where one of the recruits appears to have fallen into some sort of trance while sleeping. This situation, from what can be seen in the images, seems to have been occurring for a few days, but it has never reached the extreme of what you're going to see now. Pay attention.
Nangyari dyan. Nangyari.
Daya.
Sinaliban?
What would you do if you witnessed this? It's as if a force wanted to remove him from the place to take him somewhere else, which is clearly disconcerting to the entire group who do not know how to react to what they are witnessing. Why was the man in that state of trance? Could it be that he fell into a kind of demonic possession? How will the situation
Naposes nga.
end? Unfortunately, this information is not available. Number 6.
Naposes yun. Naposes pala yun. Ayun. Oh. Grabe.
From Mexico City, Alex, a loyal subscriber, says that it is becoming too difficult to get up every morning to go to work, since in his own words, the place is haunted. Obviously, when you come across with things like this.
Oh, nalaglag yung mga ano.
Sabog.
Nalaglag yung mga gamit, oh.
Yan mo.
Gulat sila eh. Ang dami, nagulat ako din. Ayun.
The recordings are incredible, and their explanation is illogical. In the first, it mentions that the premises are closed, and there
Baka may daga doon sa kakabinet siguro. Nasagi ng daga.
are no drafts, so the falling of the blue post-it notes cannot be attributed to that.
Tataway na.
As for the second recording, they say that on more than one occasion they have heard footsteps and murmurs like those of a woman, but that until now they had not seen anything more specific. However, the most shocking thing was the testimony of a security guard who works there, who claims to have come face to face with this entity,
No.
a being
Ito ba yan? Saan na nakuha yan? Ay, saan ano yan? Saan nakita?
Similar to a girl, describing her as having a bony, pale face
Oo.
and with really creepy features. Horrifying as seen in the image.
Parang na ano.
Could it be that this entity is trying to take over this place? Alex doesn't want to find out and says he wants to change jobs as soon as possible. Something that from the image becomes quite understandable. What would you do if you came face to face with a being like that? Comment below.
Tatakbo na ako dun pag ano.
Number 5.
Number 5. Ayan na, number 5.
Freaking Zoe, as our subscriber calls himself, says he has come across a shocking video while browsing his social networks. The image you are seeing corresponds to another night where this group of friends were exercising on the public machines of the playground in their neighborhood, a routine activity that night would be abruptly interrupted. When
Hanggang daw sila nag-exercise daw ng ano, para daw ma-brockling yung ano nila, buto nila.
in the background, a mysterious man began to observe them
Yun na
from
nakatayo sa
afar.
dulo. Ano?
Ano? Meron. Latapan.
Kaitim mo. Ano ba yun? Ano ba yun?
Ayun na.
Yung gagawin mo. Ayun no? Kaitim mo.
Nakatayo.
Although at first, some of them noticed the presence of this
Nakaitim eh. Nakitang kita oh. Nakaitim, grabe.
subject, they did not give it much importance and continued with their activity. However, for some reason, the man is still interested in what they were doing, even changing locations. But the most incredible thing happens when one of them begins to be pulled by something invisible to the eye.
Hindi umaalisan na.
Nakatakot yung gano'n, baka biglang mamaril. Oh. Bigla silang barilin dyan, ubos sila. Paano yun? Paano isa na yun? Yung laki. Ayun, ayun.
Diba?
Oh! Ano yan?
Sinaniban? Wala, yung lumakad yun, hindi ba yun, di ba? Yun.
Lumakad dyan na kayo din mo.
Yun.
Ulit video. Ayun, tignan nyo, ayun.
Did you notice that as soon as he starts to be pulled, the man walks away, as if he had been responsible? On social networks, some believe that this is far from something paranormal, that it has nothing to do with ghosts, demons, or things like that, but rather related to possible psychic powers that this man perhaps possessed. Powers that the camera caught him carrying out. Could it be this way? Why would he have been so interested in one of them? Without a doubt, a very disturbing footage.
Takot yan, oh.
Number 4.
Number 4. Ayun na. Number 4 na. Tagal na. Number 4.
Why do you still live there? Haven't you sought help? These are just some of the comments they write daily to Leonrito, a TikTok user who on his account has been publishing shocking recordings of what he defines as an entity that has been harassing him. He states casually that objects were moved around every time he returned home.
Naharas daw yung entity.
And that at night he heard a sort of whisper outside the house. which he thought were the neighbors. However, from there, things began to get complicated.
Son las 3 de la mañana. Hace 3-4 días fácil que no puedo dormir. Se escuchan ruido por toda la casa y no sé qué hacer. Yo no creo mucho esto, no me da miedo, pero no sé. Grabo así. ¡Uy! ¡Concha de su madre!
Ano yun? Gulat ako dun, pati ako nagulat. Bumagsak yung ano.
Ahí está.
Ang baba to. Wala. Lala, bumagsak ito. Yun na.
¿Qué carajo anda ahí?
Tapang na ito.
Es la nena esa de mierda de vuelta.
Tapang niya eh.
Yo me voy a...
It was no longer about objects, but every night he felt as if he were being practically invaded by presences that apparently were not willing to leave him alone.
Otra vez el demonio que me está molestando de vuelta.
Gag, kinibutan ako.
¿Quién sos? Soy el otro que estás en los cielos. Santificados, Señor. No sos bienvenido, andate. Andate. Me tenés cansado, mostrate.
May boses na may umiiyak na bata ba yun? Huwag mo buksan. Wala. Wala, ayun na. Ay! Nagulat ako. Gagi, bumukas. Nagulat ako dun.
No te voy a tener miedo. Jesús.
His followers
Nakakatakot pa yung video nito ni Darkest Secret.
were divided between those who believed him and those who did not, because they looked too scary to be true. However, he kept uploading recordings to ensure that his situation was completely real.
Estoy escuchando ruidos afuera. Son 3:30 de la mañana. No sé si salir.
Uy! Ayun o! Gagi, may dumaan sa bintana. Ayun o. Ito yun. Nasa bintana o.
Nga.
Yo no te voy a tener miedo. Hoy no te tengo miedo. Tengo miedo.
Ayun o.
Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta.
Wala, gagi, nawala. Gagi, nawala.
Trying to understand his situation,
Parang matanda.
he ensures that many years
Parang matanda, nakayuko eh. Parang matanda na.
ago a fatal fire occurred that killed a couple and their 2 small
Nakaitim
children.
Ano yan?
Nakaitim pa.
Bakit hindi niya nakita nakaitim na yan? Ano kaya yan? Yung nakaitim mo?
A piece of information that he maintains could have a connection with the entities that he has been capturing on camera.
Son 3 de la mañana. Estoy escuchando ruidos de... Ahí están. Esos son los ruidos que se escuchan en el patio.
Ayun na naman.
Voy a salir a ver. Son 3:10 de la mañana. Benjamin, te quedas aquí. Estoy escuchando ruidos desde el galpón, como voces. Voy a ver.
Tapang din niya ito. Tapang din niya eh. Buksan niya pa eh.
Ikaw pala. Pag-isa kaya na. Mira.
Si están escuchando ruidos acá, ahí dejaron de hablar.
Ayun o, Jeffrey, ito.
Hace días que vengo escuchando ruidos acá.
Ba't mo upuan dito?
Dito na lang. Interviewin mo ba ka?
Oo.
Ito yung nagyama.
Ya no sé cómo.
Ano? Bumagsak oh. Wala, yun ang baba to oh. Matamaan tayo dun. Dito ba
Se
alam
cayó de
sa
acá
kaso?
un botín.
Tingnan mo.
Oo. Ano?
Ya igual a esta altura.
May namamato sa
Miedo.
kaya.
Ya no
¿Ah?
tengo.
May namamato.
Concha de su madre. Sos hijo de puta.
Natakot no? Ang baba to no?
El coche yo no lo dejo ahí aparte. Siempre aparece el coche en cualquier lado. Ya no sé qué.
Wala!
No.
Ha?
Nalaglag.
no? Oo. Grabe. Nananahimik yun doon sa may taas
Oo,
nalaglag.
nasa taas, start
Ayan,
na ka.
oo. Mataw niya aso. Oo.
Ven, si ven acá.
May
Vení, ven, si
nakikita
acá.
ng aso. No?
Nakikita yung aso eh.
Oh, ayun no.
Se me desvanecen las piernas ya.
Nakikita yun.
Ya
Nakikita
no sé
yung
cómo
aso.
vivir. Déjame, vení conmigo. No te vayas, vení. Quédate acá. Quédate acá. Deja de quédate
Tinatawalan,
acá.
tinatawalan yung aso sa gilid. Sa likod niya.
Ayun no.
Ano?
¿A dónde estás mirando, déjame?
Ayun.
Vení acá,
Ayun no.
déjame.
Doon.
Vení acá.
Tagal mo mister. Tangina mo, hayop ka. Ha?
Nakasuma.
Ano yan?
Bungo. Oh.
Andate.
Ano yan? Lagi, nagulat ako dun.
May namamato.
Wala.
May aano sa pinto. Tinatawalan na aso. Eh, di ba sabi ng aso?
Who
Oo.
or what does that terrifying face belong to? Without a doubt, a case that would have to be followed up on more. Number 3.
Number.
Ang nagulat ako dun. Silip bigla. Gulat, nakakatakot. Bigla. Takot. Tingnan mo naman, oh. Oh,
Nakakatakot na.
kaya yan, oh. Parang bungo na lang, eh. Number 3 na. Yan, number 3.
In Chile, recently a disturbing
Chile daw.
clip published on TikTok by 𝐍𝐀𝐏𝐃𝐄 has had an impact, which shows what is supposedly the statue dedicated to a beloved worker who unfortunately died some time ago. However, for many, it is more than just a sculpture.
Ano naman to?
Ako talaga, mag-isa lang ako. Ito yan.
Ayan. Ano to?
Ayan.
Sa cellphone.
time they shine the light on it, the alarm goes off. The official version says that the owner of the place had a wax statue built for this dear worker friend as a kind of tribute to her for the years she worked there. However, and as they imply in the recording, it looks quite real, as if it were actually a person sleeping. And what's more, the man recording believes that it is actually the body of the woman who ended up embalmed, thus giving rise to shocking stories where they say that they have
Parang sasalita. Mubuka yung bibig niya.
seen her gesticulate and have even seen her move.
Parang sasalita.
Watch his other videos and tell me if you can see her move.
Talaga mag-isa na. Mira. No, compañero, mira. ¿Cayeron o no? ¿Cayeron o no?
Ayun o. Sabi, rebulto ba yan o ano? Sabi, rebulto daw yun eh.
Nagsasalita nga.
Rebulto pero nagsasalita.
Te estaba sonriendo y mostrando los dientes. De verdad. Sí, cuando estaba, le enfocamos, se le veían hasta los dientes.
Without a doubt, a completely disturbing case. What do you think of this? Could it be real?
Parang ano lang siguro.
Nagsasalita, nakaupo lang.
Hindi naman, baka tao yun no?
Rebulto.
Tao siguro o rebulto. Hindi naman, mukhang tao eh.
Comment below.
Piling.
Number 2.
Barto na.
Number 2.
Ayun na, barto na.
Bilang yung salita.
On this occasion, we find a topic that has been in the spotlight since the beginning of the year due to the incredible recordings that people have published on their social networks.
Ano naman?
I'm referring to the UFO issue and the incredible increase in sightings that have happened since that strange incident that occurred in a mall in Miami. Case that we have talked about extensively in previous episodes and that you can review on my channel.
Sa Miami daw yung nakita malaking tao. Ayan o, malaking ano. Malaki naman tao na. Aliens.
However, and as if this were part of a plan, the episodes of UFO sightings, instead of decreasing, have had an explosive increase in different parts of the world, with shocking evidence that is worrying everyone. Without going any further, and as proof of this, Moises Sebastian, one of our subscribers, left this disturbing video.
Tignan nyo yung kulay itim para may bumababang ano.
Esa hueva es una persona volando, sí, no es broma.
It looks like a person levitating, something that clearly does not make sense. Recordings of this type are multiplying as if it were some kind of warning, that they want to send us. Look at this one sent by Francisco Javier.
San Francisco Cabrera daw. Ano kaya yung bumababa na yun? Ayan o. Uy, yan o. Ayan o. Ayan talaga. Spaceship talaga. Kitang-kita yung ilaw eh. Mabilog. May ikot pa.
Grábenlo. No me creen, ahí está, mira. Ese está grandecito, ¿eh? Ah, bueno. Ah, la verga.
Ay, ang laki na eh. Pagtatakan mo, yung mga aliens, sa kayo nakakakuha ng ilaw yan? May kuryente kaya sa kanila?
Meron.
Wala.
Meron yan.
May Meralco rin kaya doon?
Oo.
Walang Meralco doon.
Di ba Tridangala?
Sa kaya sila kumukuha ng bumbilya, no? No? Tingin mo.
Sa ano nila?
Paano nila na-welding yung sasakyan nila? May welder siguro sa kanila, no?
Malamang.
Tapos may mekaniko. Tapos mayroong galing Ito nyo.
Reviewing footage from many shows that we are being visited by beings from other places, intelligent beings from other races, that for some reason are visiting us with a frequency never seen before.
May kuryente pala doon. Ayun na naman, no? Sa ibang lugar naman yan, no?
Sa baba na.
Oo. Aeroplano yan?
Spaceship.
Iba-iba, oh. Paikot-ikot yung ilaw, no? Gara, iba-iba kulay, no? Ano siguro yung tag dito? Yung nakabili sila bumbilya sa sa bilihan ng ilaw.
We had already shown the last of the videos before, a clip published by Costas Creating Sustainability. And it is worth reviewing again because the last time I showed it, we did not research its most important characteristic, that apparent smoke moves with him.
Baka yun yung spaceship bumagsak.
Baka nga.
Pakpak ng aeroplano to eh. Nasa aeroplano sila.
Airplane pala.
The apparent smoke moves with it. Can you tell? It is as if not only the device was rotating, but also that dark trail that it leaves in the sky. Obviously here we are not in the presence of something made by man, or by nature. What could it be? Without a doubt, a topic that is far from over. Number 1.
Number 1 na. Parang bakpak na aeroplano.
And we conclude this collection with the disturbing case of a mother whose TikTok account has been publishing the reactions that her young daughter has had when she's alone in her bedroom. She says that for days, her little girl has been exhibiting very unusual behavior, that she has clung to her, flatly refusing to be in her room. which is why the mother installed a security camera as a way to have information about why she
Lagay daw ng security camera. Ayan. Dapat okay makikita dyan. Dapat
acted like that. This was the first recording she published.
Ayan yung bata. Creepy ng mata ng bata, oh. Parang may tinatawag yung bata.
She's clearly frightened by something that happens when no one is with her. And although, at first, the mother attributed it to a suggestion, the second published video shows that there's definitely something more than that. Observe.
Tinatawag yung bata. Ayan na. Ano yun? Takbo yung bata eh. Ano yun?
Obviously, the girl, like the camera, notices the presence of something that, as you saw, disturbs her greatly. Who yelled at her? Has she seen anything? It is not known if it's someone, like a homeless person living under the property, or if a hacker has
Tumakbo yung bata. Gulat eh. Ano kaya yun?
access to her camera, or even seriously thinking about reasons beyond the explainable, pointing directly to a paranormal entity. Whether it is one case or the other, it all ends up being pretty scary. What would you do instead? Leave me your opinions in the comment box, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonor Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.
Ayun, tapos din. Oo. So, paano? Kita-kita lang tayo sa mga susunod kong video dyan. Abangan nyo sa mga susunod kong vlog. May shoutout din sa huli. Shoutout sa iyo, Madam Cuisine and Boss Eric, Black, Esther, Tarayo, Ernie, Pani, Brigonia, John Elliot, Manalang, Len DGP, Regina Loriega, Teresa Sauro, Mercy Kidachi, Imelda Basquines, Natalia Nicole. Shoutout sa members Mac Pelus, Martin Lanars, Deishang, Annalyn Hernandez, 21. Shoutout sa iyo, PS Bank, Oda, Bia, F, Sally. Shoutout sa Team Ghost Fighter, Boss Rino, Adventure Dax, Balbaliw, Trix ND, Boss Bino, Parang Normal Investigator. Shoutout sa mga Team Reka, Makakalbo TV, Black Ghost TV, Black Boss, It's Mike, My 21. Shoutout kay Chef How. Shoutout sa mga moderator, Paula Guardia, Joel Bustillos, Rowena Lamitan, Boss Kent. Shoutout sa Family Museros, Bunlo at Kaingin, pati sa prensa. Shoutout din kay Shaira, CJ, Ayesha. Shoutout Miss B, Chacha, Megan Cat, Megumi, Mami Chills Mix, Kaguro Brothers, John Gonzalez. Shoutout JB Balsa, Annabel Carlos, Blue Strike, Joe Ramos, El Cab, Jason De Leon, Nathaniel Gallego, Heart Music of Life, Rica May Besas, Paz Antoinette Murados. Shoutout Mikael Don, Xander Apple, Emil De Los Reyes. Shoutout Elms Cruz, Altes Urnit, Diana, Setsuna FC, Tudens Family Calamba. Shoutout Summer ng Batang Quiapo, Marcelino Nicabera, kay Bad Boy Be, Ayla May Ballega, Akira Matubang Zerna, Princess Evangelista, April Piligan, Natsumar Pil. Shoutout sa Team Sangku ng Dawin by Sam. Thank you very much.